Hey yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Peep the market right now. This is the day right now, and we are finally back green and we're finally showing some bullish. At the same time, we're going to be talking about Apple and some other stocks on why they kind of look bearish still. Apple definitely, we got some news that we're going to be talking about in just a second. But at the same time, we got a video that's been constantly growing, as you know, with the tech dip. We're going to talk about this a little bit later too, but NVIDIA has been showing some growth even with the tech dip that has been going on. And honestly, I haven't even seen NVIDIA drop down that much, if I'm being honest. With that being said, let's talk about some news and what is going on. So we got some like off the topic news and we also got some decent news too. But to start, first off, the surgeon says that products like beer, wine should have warnings that they carry cancer. It is citing an increased risk of developing tumors in the breast and other parts of the body. Scientific evidence of the connections between alcohol and cancer has been rising for decades. So, with that being said, if you're invested into any alcohol or wine stock, just have this on your mind because this might make your stock drop a little bit. And also, if you consume, just make sure that you know that it has been an increased risk. So just be careful. Wanted to show that. But at the same time, we did get numbers from a lot of companies like Tesla, GM, Ford. But with that being said, basically, GM actually reported their fourth quarter year strong and their sales jumped up by 21% from a year ago. Both GM and the rival Ford had their best sales since 2019. That's kind of insane. Basically, they kind of dropped from the pandemic that happened, COVID, of course. But with that being said, now we're finally looking up, and both of the companies are actually up. So keep this on your mind if you want to buy into GM or Ford. They are up. And yeah, basically, Bowen is getting some hate. Not hate, but yeah, but basically, when Donald Trump takes office, there is going to be a new FAA administrator. And with that being said, after the panel has blew off of Boeing, I think like a year ago during a flight. I think everybody heard about that. But he is saying when he gets in the office, he's going to be saying that Boeing needs to put safety over profits. So with that being said, just keep this on your mind too, because the stock is going to drop from that. And I mean, the stock has been constantly dropping, as you can see. We had some dips, had some buys, had some dips, and now we're kind of just flowing. Boeing has been dying out for a while. And with that being said, this might make the stock drop a little bit more. But with that being said, if they put safety first, they might be able to kind of get their name back because right now their name's kind of ruined. I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, like I said earlier, Nvidia has been showing constant growth with the recent dip in the tech market with the tech stocks. There's been a big sell off, but with that being said, Nvidia is finally up 4.6%. And also, honestly, like I haven't really seen Nvidia die out during this tech sell off. Nvidia has been pretty much strong in holding its levels, unlike other stocks that we're going to be talking about later. So, next, we're going to be talking about Joe Biden basically blocked the US steel $14 billion sale to the Japanese. Basically, with that being said, their stock actually dropped 7% in the morning. And with that being said, if you're invested in the steel or anything like that, you might see bigger drops. As you can see, boom, nah. But yeah, like the stock just has been dropping a lot from that. And with that being said, it is national security concerns and uncertainty for the American steel maker. Keep this on your mind while investing in the steel. I think this is just one of those things where you just got to let the news go away and then you can start getting back into it. But this might be a good buy opportunity for steel. So keep that on your mind. So recently, Apple has gotten sued for their snooping Siri case. With that being said, honestly, I got a story, right? We like every time we talk about something, like you can talk about a MacBook, you'll get like TikToks or something about like MacBooks and stuff. So this has been like I've been seeing this happen myself, but they basically got sued for that. Basically, like hearing people's convos and stuff like that. Basically, just security with people. So with that being said, they have finally agreed to pay $95 million to settle this. And if we pull up the chart, Apple has been dying. And then on the heat map, you see Apple just has been down. Let's look at it from the week, 5% down from the week. At the same time, let's talk a little bit about Apple because as you can see, it has reached a pretty low. Like it's been breaking levels back to back, every single day. So honestly, I don't know when this is gonna stop, and I only got levels for it going down. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think this lawsuit is probably gonna make the stock go down more. So we can talk about Apple levels first. So some of the levels that I have, I think to watch is 243, And then if it breaks down 243, 242.3, and 242, and then 241.89, just look at these key levels right here. And then going down, I found another level all the way down to 237 level. I don't know if it's going to get down that far, but with this news going on, honestly, it could go down even more. But at the same time, I recommend just looking at the 237 level, 238 level, and maybe you can get yourself a good little buy opportunity. Because honestly, this is just a setback if you really think about it. Like, it is bad news. It is, and they're spending almost $100 million, but at the same time, once you can find the bottom of Apple, I think you can probably see it hit the 250 level once again later on. I'm not saying right away, but I'm just saying later on. That being said, let's talk about another stock that sold off a bunch. Basically, recently their numbers have not really met expectations, but recently we got some good news that their China sales was better than expected. Basically, China is kind of, they have their own EV that's kind of taking over Tesla. Not really taking over Tesla, but they're kind of competing with Tesla in China, and China just has more concerns about Tesla. So people kind of thought the numbers were going to be lower, but then the numbers just honestly beat expectations. Oh, also with that being said, another thing with Apple is Apple. There's another phone company that's kind of overtaking them in China, so they had to basically lower their prices for the iPhones in China. So that's another thing about this stock. But just wanted to point that out because that kind of just reminded me. I forgot totally. But with that being said, we did have a big climb today. We're almost back to the levels that we were when the numbers came out, so that's a good thing, honestly. But at the same time, I think with Tesla, I think we might do like a little dip. So tomorrow when the market opens, we're either going to see a big dip down. So maybe down to the 400 level, might break past the 400 level, and then later on, I'm sorry, not tomorrow, Monday, but we might see it break below that 400 level, maybe to like 396, 395, and then you're going to see it go back up even more to like the 412 to the 415 level. But with that being said, if you guys know day trading, you guys know the stock normally bounces one way and then it bounces the other way. Kind of how it did today. Like we kind of seen it red a little bit. Like it went up and then became red and then some a little bit red, but it wasn't too bullet or bearish. And then it went back up, and then now we're seeing it break the 400 level. So 400 level was a key level, and it broke it. It broke it first try basically. It kind of bounced off it at first, but then it broke it. So this is a pretty good bullish scent. So going up to the upside right now, we're looking at the 406 level, and then the 410 level, and then the 415, and then I think another key level is 420, just because it was a key level before. So I think look at it going past the 420 level, and when it passes that, you guys know Tesla moves pretty fast. But this is for next week, Monday. I think look at the 436, 438, 440, and the 445 level. And then after that, honestly, I don't think we'll get it after Monday. But after Monday, if we do just see a constant bullish trend, you see the 450 level, see it fight that. But if we do go to the downside, I recommend watching that 400 level. If it breaks below that 400 level, watch another key level, which is 390. I'd probably be patient with the 400 level. If it breaks below 400, just see how it acts with that 390 level. And if it breaks past that 390 level, we're going to be bearish. But with that being said, I think if this stock is bearish, we need some more bad news because now we're kind of bullish with the stock. But if it does break below the 390 level, I look at 385 to 380 and then all the way down to 380 or 378. And then I think that's probably the max we'd see at the stock. We might see 373 once again, but I don't think unless we get like horrible news again, because I think the bad news, like the bad sales, are kind of over us now. And Tesla, honestly, like right now, I think in the future, 2025, we're going to be more focused on robotaxi sales and how they're doing with the robot. So more news on that. I don't think they're really necessarily caring about the cars because the cars still beat expectations. Not beat expectations, but it's still sold more than last quarter. So that's still good news. Now, another stock that I want to talk about is Nvidia. Nvidia has been honestly on a constant climb up. It didn't really die down that much. You've seen like a few percentage points here and there, but it's been pretty strong with this recent tech market sell off, and it didn't even reach these levels. So that's a dub in my books. I'm not even gonna lie. So with that being said, to the upside, I'll look at 145, 146, 147, and then all the way up to the highs of the 152. If it breaks that 152 level, we might even see it go up to 154 to 155, and it might bounce off up there. But with that being said, if it does start going down, I'll look at the 142 level, 142.5, and then 141. 141 is going to be a key level because I think a couple days ago we bounced off that, like a week ago or something. And then 140 is going to be a key level. It bounced off 140 for a while now. I don't even think it bounced off it today. I think it just kept going today, which is good. And then to the downside, honestly, I'm not really bearish for this stock at all. But I look at the 139, 138, 137. I think it's gonna, if it hits 137, I think it's gonna bounce off to 137. But if it doesn't, look at 136. And honestly, I don't think it's gonna get lower than this on a Monday, especially in one day. But yeah, with that being said, we got Google, another stock that doesn't move that much. Like it only moves like a few dollar points at a time. But we kind of like broke that 190 level a little bit, but then now we're kind of bouncing off it. We bounced off the 187. So going to the upside, I'll look at 193, 194, point 0.8, and then we'll also look at 196, and then the big 197. If it breaks 197, I think we got some bullish news or something, you know. But if we go back down to the downside, I'll look at 191.5, and then 191, and then 190. I think 190 is a key level also, and then 189.5. With the SPY, as you guys know, like, you know, we're coming back with the market. You know, I think the only thing that's really going to drag down SPY now is Apple. But with that being said, we still have the stocks like Nvidia, Tesla, Microsoft. They're kind of climbing up, so that's kind of what that instant climb is. So with the SPY, I actually just put this level here like a few minutes ago, and I already broke it. So to the upside, I'll look at the 193 or 593 level, 595, 595.5, and then all the way up to the 602 level. And then we might break the highs of like six, maybe see 605, but that's not going to happen in one day. I think in one day the max that we can probably hit is 600 once again on Monday. But I look at the 595 level, and if it breaks that 595, and then we keep that 595 over Monday, and then it's like Tuesday, we might be able to hit that 600 to 602 level the next day. And then to the downside, I'll look at I'll look 590 first. 590 is going to be a key level to break below, and then also down to the 588 to the 585 to the 580. But another stock that I want to talk about is Bitcoin. We're probably going to hit this 100K next week. I'm not even going to lie, showing a bullish trend. We've been pretty strong. We've been holding the 96 to the 97 for a while today, and also just been climbing up consistently. And with the bullish trend, I think we can be able to hit more. But that being said, something that moves with um, Bitcoin is MSTR, MicroStrategy. This is a stock that I was trying to tell you guys to kind of buy some calls at around the 290 level. That would have been great, especially now because it kind of reached that. Like if you would have bought that yesterday at the 290 level and you buy a call, holy, you would have made some money today. I think I looked at it earlier, and I think you would have 4x your money if you would have got that. But with that being said, to the upside, I recommend before you look at the stock, look at Bitcoin. Look at how Bitcoin's moving because this is going to move with Bitcoin. So this kind of a confusing stock. So just use Bitcoin as reference. So if Bitcoin like drops down to like 95, you might see it back down to these levels, and then once it's close to 100K, you'll see it at these levels, and then once we hit 100K, we might see 360 once again. So I recommend looking at Bitcoin depending on how Bitcoin moves on Monday and over the weekend. If you see it hitting almost that 100K level, I recommend looking at the 350 to the 360 level. And if we break above the 100K and we hold it and we break even more, like 105 or something, 104, you might even see it all the way up to the 400 level once again. As you can see, man, look at this. I think we hit 500 at one point, 550. But 550, we need probably like 110 on Bitcoin now. But basically, MicroStrategy, they kind of grew with Bitcoin recently. As you can see, like they were trading at like $50, like $200, and they started buying Bitcoin like weekly. I think they kind of shortened how much they buy a week now, but they still consistently buy it. I think they recently bought like I think 200 million or something worth of Bitcoin. I got to look back into that. You guys got to fact check me on that one, but yeah. But with that being said, we are looking pretty strong. This is monthly. I'm sorry. Hold on. 4 hour. 4 hours not moving too much, honestly. I think Tesla moved pretty quick in the 4 hour. But overall today, we got Broadcom up 0.81. We got Nvidia up 4%, which is honestly insane. We got Google up 1%, Microsoft up 1%. But most of the key stocks up, especially Tesla. Tesla 7%. That is insane. But the only thing is Apple. I'm still bearish on Apple, but I think with this news, with them kind of figuring out with the Siri thing and everything like that, I think just give it a week and then we'll see Apple bullish once again, moving with the tech stocks. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Smash that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and see you guys in the next one. I got some option plays. I got some penny stocks you guys can buy. I got multiple videos. If you guys want to check those out too, y'all can. And subscribe if this benefited you at all.